Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. Legends is undergoing a full network maintenance, so the game is totally down, but Hydros is super clutch and he's able to get the data download and new assets early on, and you can check him out on his website, so be sure to do so. Let's go ahead and jump right into what we're seeing, with the biggest thing being the Zenkai for LF Kid BUU. This guy's a very interesting character. When he first came out, tons of Vanish Restore, tons of combo potential. The man was an absolute machine. Every LF Zenkai in this anniversary has been pretty good, so I assume that trend will continue with him. He sort of has some of the embers of a very capable character, so fingers crossed they maintain that with the Kid BUU Zenkai. We can thankfully see what that Zenkai ability is going to be, so let's see what this guy has in store. Main ability will draw his ultimate, restore 40% health and 30 ki, take away attribute downgrades, seal enemy strike cards. Sealed cards cannot be used for 5 counts, take away attribute upgrades. A lot of this is similar. I think they just buffed up the health restoration and ki. Passive 1, 25% to damage inflicted against Saiyan or regen characters. That's the same. Applies the following effects to self when the battle starts. 100% to damage inflicted. I know that used to be 90, and reduced damage received becomes 60%. I know that used to be 30. Nullifies abnormal conditions. This has changed. This used to be for 60 counts, and they just made it a permanent cannot be cancelled effect. Pretty good. The following effects occur every 4 timer counts while Kid BUU is on the field. Restore 30 ki, 15% to damage inflicted for 15 counts. Inflict enemy with the attribute downgrade plus 20% to damage received. Pretty good. 30 ki, I think it used to be 15 before or something like that. So an additional amount of ki is quite nice for the combo potential. The two big things I'm looking for is going to be type neutral, cut penetration, and card draw speed outside of just his green card. Level 2 card draw speed is not really rare nowadays. A lot of characters get that. So let's see. Zenkai unique ability. So Zenkai 3 passive. Applies the following effects to self when this character performs a vanish step. Oh, no, that's not a Zenkai ability. Sorry, I'm reading this wrong. Either way, randomly draw 1 new card if you have 3 or fewer when he vanishes. 15% to blast damage inflicted. 50% to vanish gauge recovery. Nullify unfavorable element factors for 3 counts. Okay. I guess that's for if you mess up, you at least make sure that Kid BUU doesn't get one shot. Or on the flip side, if you catch your opponent, you can get a heavy hit in, assuming they sidestep early. A little restrictive, a little niche, but alright. The following effects occur when enemy switches characters while this character is on the battlefield. Draw a green card next, activate once, inflict all enemies with 2 sub-counts, inflict all enemies with the attribute downgrade minus 20% to health restore. Drawing the green card is the same, inflicting the enemies with 2 sub-counts, that's new. At least you know that if you are successful with getting, playing around the cover change, whether it's strike or blast, you at least now have 2 sub-counts to get some cards in. So you know that you can get like 2 strike cards in real quick. That's good. Zenkai unique ability Overwhelming Malignance. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the field. Randomly draw 1 new card if you have 3 or fewer. Restore ki by 30 and 50% to damage inflicted. Putting Kid BUU at 150%. Okay. The following effects occur every time when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Shorten ally subcount by 1, activates 10 times, reduce enemy ki by 5, inflict enemy with the attribute downgrade minus 1 to arts card draw speed level. He's got the green Broly effect. That's not bad. No, green Broly and Kiawe do that. That is not bad at all. Reducing ki is clutch too. Shorten ally subcount is nice as well, so I'll take that. The MajinBlue Saga team actually has quite a number of competent characters. The new Evil BUU takes away buffs from rushes and heavy-hitting moves, as does the Ultimate Gohan. So having somebody manipulate subcount at least helps you prevent getting one shot or rising rushed right away. So that's good. Zenkai 6 passive applies the following effects to self when the battle starts. 50% to Q recovery, -5 to blast arts cost. Increases our arts card draw speed by 1 level. There we go. Restores own health by 30% only once when it reaches 0. Yeah, that's what we wanted. Card draw speed. They gave him endurance, which is good. Subcount manipulation, debuffs as well. That's pretty strong. His damage multipliers are not as high as some other characters, but I guess with the Zenkai ability and the higher stats, he should be okay. Applies the following effects to self every time this character uses a blast card. Apply buff effect null. Oh! He gets cover nullification off the blast card. He works exactly like Trunks and Vegeta. They do the exact same thing. Wow, okay. Activation count resets after character switch. That's pretty nice, I guess. Draw a special arts card next. Activates once. So 2 easy ways of getting green cards. 1, your opponent swaps characters. 2, you go ahead and land a blast card, or rather use one instead. So Kid BUU has some very strong ways of staying on the field because you're going to restore Vanish off the green. That's what made him an absolute menace. Zenkai abilities for blue PO, which is nice. His blue card, massive impact damage, randomly applies one of the 3 following effects. 20% to damage inflicted. Alright, that's pretty strong. It's for 10 timer counts too, actually. So if you launch the blue card and you get 60% off of this, you'll definitely notice that. His green card draws a blast card now. Restores his health by 15% and ki by 50. Restores own Vanish gauge by 60%. Yeah, it's the usual stuff. He gets 30% to damage inflicted, and he increases his card draw speed by 1 level for 10 counts, giving him level 2 card draw speed, and takes away attribute downgrades. So the only way he gets cover null is off this blast card effect here, but that every time your opponent swaps, it inflicts +2 sub count on the team. It's kind of like Revival Gohan. You know, when you are forced to vanish, you're inflicted with, I think, 3 sub counts, so you can't swap out to another character to get away. I think Kid BUU does the same thing, which gives you the opportunity to maintain your combo if you get the drop combo right. It's a little bit tricky, but I think Kid BUU will be very strong. Is he on the level of Broly and CMZ? We'll have to see in game. There's a lot going on with these kits. I think he's better than Broly, but less than CMZ. Does that make sense? I think it does. I think he performs better than Broly will, but he won't be as impactful as Corrupt Mirza-Masu. That's what I think. We'll have to see in the showcase. Be sure to check that out. Next, we got a new raid. Yippee, God Goku. Whee! You guys know that this is coming. They brought this horrendous, atrocious, disgusting banner. The limited rising pile of trash banner. This is, do not summon on this. Goku and Bardock, surprisingly, have already felt like they got power crept. Namagoku with his plat equip is nice, but he's still not like meta relevant at all. And the rates on this banner are so trash, it's not even worth it. So don't waste your time with this. This thing sucks. Absolutely don't summon whatsoever. The new platinum rarity equip for Omega Shenron is here as well. This equip, in my opinion, has to be cracked out to justify its existence. The platinum equips that we've seen for characters range anywhere from absolute dog water like Vegito Blues and LFUIs to stupendous, amazing platinum equipments like Future Gohans or the 1% Super Saiyan 4 Gokus. This thing has to be better than those to justify its existence. Why else would you introduce a new rarity that has goodness knows what sort of requirements if it's not going to be better or as impactful as those? I'm fully expecting these things to be like a Zenkai Awakening in a piece of equipment to make it worth it. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. So, eager to see what Omega Shenron looks like. The GT tag has gotten a lot of power since this guy first came out. So, between those things and him having a platinum equip, who knows? This guy is a support type for GT, which means that he could have a lot of stoinks if he's actually good. And then next, we got a new equipment icon with Ultimate Gohan on it. This could either be one of two things. It could either be just a piece of equipment for Ultimate Gohan, or not like a plat, of course, but just, you know, something that he could leverage. Or two, a lot of these Saga teams have their own plat equip to buff up the Saga specifically. You've seen it with the Saiyan Saga, you've seen it with the Dragon Ball Saga. They could be doing the same thing with MajinBlue Saga, which would be amazing because you know me, I'm biased, and that's my favorite saga, my favorite arc. I don't really think they will, but if they were to do it, it would probably be right there with that piece of equipment there. So let's see what they do. All right, here we go. The equipment is now here. Here is the ultra equip for Omega Shenron. Let's see. Slot 1, base health plus 30%, 70% to increase damage, increases cardio speed by 1 level. Base strike and blast attack plus 35%. Base strike and blast defense plus 35%. Applies the following effects to enemy when changing cover. Randomly destroy 2 cards. Inflict the attribute downgrade -2 to art's card draw speed levels for 5 counts. And final passive. What is this? Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Randomly draw 1 new card if you have 3 or fewer cards. Restores key by 40. If the character is at 7 stars, you get 60% to damage inflicted while there are 3 GT battle members remaining. Restores own health by 50% only once when it reaches 0. Cancels enemy buff effects when they activate a special move, ultimate, or awaken arts while this character is on the battlefield. Activates 3 times. Damn! Yo, holy crap, this is literally a Zenkai in a plat equip. This guy is getting 130% damage inflicted, card draw speed, 30% more HP, endurance, and the ability to take away buff effects from major moves. That's crazy. Notice how it doesn't say rush though. It's special move, ultimate, or awaken arts. It's not a rush, but that's amazing. Okay, there you go. They justified its existence. That is an amazing, amazing equip. Now next, it's not just that. We got another equip here. Defiant Gohan. What do we got? This is for the MajinBlue Saga. 15% max HP, 30% to both defenses, 25% to both offenses. This is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous plat equip. That's a lot. 30% and 25% respectively, but 15% max HP? Holy crap. The BUU Duo get 15% off their plat. So for a plat equip to give 15 and for them to just give it for this arc another 15, that's just silly. That's just a goofy amount of HP. And then finally over here, we got, they've been doing this more often. It's basically the same thing. They'll have something here, max HP, and then some attack stat over here. So this is good, you know. Blast defense, max HP, base blast attack, pure blast attack. You know, it's basically the ultimate Gohan buff up. So no surprise there, but this is a fantastic looking plat equip. I actually think Omega Shenron will be amazing now. I think he's going to be very, very good to use. We'll have to see though. Do remember that his ultra ability is support type. He's buffing his team. So on a GT team with this guy there, having endurance and everything, yeah, I mean, this is really good disrupt. He's going to be doing some pretty good damage too. Looking forward to seeing how well he does in game. You let me know in the comment section below what you think about this guy and all these changes. But until next time, guys, peace.